taking the time to meet with me. Many companies today are looking for different and diverse skills in their employees. In a recent study of 119 employees conducted by the Career Center here at Persuasive University, 59% of the respondents said that the study abroad or other international experience would be very valuable in an individual's career later on with their organization. This is true for the Toyota Motors Company because its brand believes continued growth toward a more inclusive culture. It's necessary for that to be diverse in our business success. St. Edward's University provides its students with the global opportunities to travel and study anywhere around the world to get a more diverse experience for their educational and career benefits. My name is Abril, and I am a freshman at St. Edward's University. And I'm here to tell you that the Toyota Motor Company can help St. Edward's University to provide more students to be able to study abroad because it follows Toyota's philanthropic goal of education and its commitment to help achieve students' goals to receive a more diverse education. First, let's go over Toyota's philanthropic and of education and history. Since 1991, Toyota has contributed over $500 million to its philanthropic programs in the U.S. It focuses on supporting programs in environment, safety, and education. But Toyota's main philanthropic goal is education, and is committed to improve education by supporting programs that offer the tools and opportunities to help enrich people's lives. It supports scholarship programs and that offer exemplary students that challenge the opportunity to pursue a higher education. And it also sponsors national programs that challenge today's youth and adults who influence them to acquire new knowledge by sharing with one another to experience the world outside their communities. So one of the scholarships that Toyota funds is the Youth for Understanding program. And that grants a study abroad experience for a student that would like to travel to Japan. So with this program, it allows and promotes the benefits that a study abroad experience can have for a student, yet it only limits to a couple of students that have that opportunity to travel to Japan. And it's only for students in certain states like Kentucky, Minnesota, and Arizona. But there's such a high demand for students in education today that would like to go study abroad, and not just in Japan, but other places in the world. So Toyota is funding one scholarship for just a couple, well, why not just support many others, and for many other cultural experiences? Many students at St. Edward's University apply for our study abroad programs, and many are turned away. There's just not enough spaces, open spaces for students to be able to go to opportunity because there's not enough financial support that could allow them to go. So according to the director of the Office of International Education at St. Edward's, Dr. Holly Carter, the study abroad program in Chile is very popular right now. And over 40 students applied when there's only 15 spaces. She hopes that to increase the number of spaces to 30, yet there's only 10 students that will still not be able to go to Chile. So imagine what other programs St. Edward's offers, like countries like Japan, France, Spain, Korea, just to name a few. And how many more students they have to turn away? Students that can't receive the international experience because there isn't enough financial support. So education is so much more than what is learned in schools. And it's the opportunity to explore more out there and seeing what life has to offer by interacting with the outside world in unique ways. So that one in St. Edward's University's greatest missions is to provide their students with that opportunity. And Toyota's commitment is to represent and engage diverse populations and communities to learn about each other. So how does this benefit Toyota and St. Edward's at the same time? Well, with our study abroad programs, students can gain more independence, be more mature, and responsible. And that's like essential qualities that companies look for future employees. So when exploring new places and cultures, they develop new perspectives also and speak other foreign languages. That helps communicate with other companies abroad. And they enrich their academic studies by what the study abroad programs offer in classes. They go to other partner universities and take courses there. So they have a different way to learn what classes are offered on campus, but off campus, in a new different perspective. And they might even develop new business ideas abroad, which can help for the company that they work for, or might work for in the future. And they can also develop a new career or academic direction. And so when a student also studies abroad, if they're in a new place, in a new environment, they have to adapt quickly. So that can also benefit the company that they might work for in the future. They can adapt quickly, new changes, whenever there's new changes, and new work ethic. So they can adapt quickly to that process. So a student getting an international experience has benefits, whether he or she is going to be a future employee, but it has those great skills and qualities. But once St. Edward's, though, there's such a small percentage of students that have actually studied abroad at other universities. But with St. Edward's, an average of 350 students study abroad each year. And that is 50% of the graduating class that studied abroad. So again, the study abroad program positions are in high demand. And many students get turned away from these programs because there isn't enough financial support to provide them an international opportunity. And there is hope, though, to increase open spaces from 10 to 20%, but that is with just the financial aid that St. Edward's provides. We have 15 partner institutions in 11 countries that include France, Chile, Japan, and Spain. And the average plane ticket is $1,500. And St. Edward's University also includes programs that can range from $1,000 to $10,000. And that just depends how long the student plans to study abroad, whether it's a week or up to 2 years. So how can Toyota help? I'm asking for $100,000 from Toyota to help provide 100 more students to be able to study abroad. There would be $1,000 per student to be able to pay part of their study abroad costs. $1,000 might be a lot for a student to be able to save. For example, for the Chile program, there's 15 positions right now. 40 applicants applied. And with Toyota's help, the positions can raise up to 30 to 40 open spaces, which means all those students that applied could all go. And not only is that benefiting, but it can also benefit for other programs that we have abroad, like the Latin America or Europe, more other places in Europe. So not just Chile, it can also expand that cost. Here is a recent review from the Austin Chronicle. Dallas Hutchins, alumni class of 2012 that went to St. Edward's, studied abroad. And he recommends that it was so much easier to travel for school and to absorb the culture, and it was just an eye-opening experience for him. That's just one of many. I would like to show you a quick video about our most recent student from St. Edward's. He is currently a junior, and he just arrived from his study abroad in Japan. And I would like to show you how he experienced his trip and how it benefits his education now.
Six days may not seem like that much time to experience everything that Japan has to offer, and to be quite honest, there wasn't enough time. But it definitely was an appetizer, a starter of tasting what Japan has to offer. I took a class called Doing Business in Japan, which we learned about doing business internationally. It all culminated into this 1-week experience where we actually got to experience businesses in Japan. For the first half of the trip, it was more of an educational classroom experience, and also we did flower arranging, which was a lot of fun. And we also visited a lot of factories. We went to Nippon Steel and got to see steel being made. We went to a beautiful city called Bungo Takara, a very rural and green area. And there we did so many things in one day. We started off being very tired and going into taiko drums. After that, we went to meditation. We went to an actual temple. And lastly, we trekked up a mountain that none of us expected would be as tiring as it would be. But at the very end of the trek, we saw this very old Buddha statue. Anytime I go somewhere new, one of my favorite parts is the food. Every dinner we tried something new. One night we went to a sushi belt, which is you sit in a booth and there's a conveyor belt of sushi just going around you. You just take whatever you want. One night we had something called okonomiyaki, which is a Japanese pancake, and we got to make that ourselves on a grill in the middle of our table. Monkey Mountain is this little park where there are just a bunch of monkeys running around everywhere. Every 30 minutes or so, it's feeding time, and just imagine a swarm of monkeys going right between your legs. One of the wonderful things about this trip was not only did I become closer to my SU peers, but I got to learn and befriend a lot of different students from around the world. And now I just want to go back to Japan and just travel around the world as well.
So Toyota's philanthropic view of education reflects St. Edward's mission to show its students to the different worlds and cultures to explore. With that said, I hope you consider my idea and help allow more of St. Edward's University students to take it on their own world. Thank you so much for your time. I'm happy to answer